Just get a 9/16, 3/8 bolt.
1.5 inches. 2 inches?
2 inches.
Good morning, guys. We are trying to work on the grabber right now. Brent's got to go salvage what he can of some hay that we cut yesterday. And we had a thunderstorm last night, so first hay of the season to get rained on. This is 2 inches? 2.5. Which really sucks, but there's nothing you can do about it. They said nothing about getting a thunderstorm, so I'm just glad we didn't cut much. We only have like, I don't know, 10 or 15 bales that we gotta do. And with any luck, it won't be so bad that the cows won't eat it. We are still gonna wrap it. This and washer. Where is my other 9/16 wrench there? I got it. There. So anyway, we noticed the other day that a pin dropped out of the bale grabbers. So luckily it just dropped out when Brent set it down after getting bales, so he didn't lose it in the field. Then we'd be trying to find a whole new pin. So, can I get it through there? Guess I can't see it no matter where I stand. Here. What do you need me to do?
Which way is it gotta go?
Well, it almost looks like you gotta, no, back toward you, okay. But it looks like you gotta push it out, maybe.
This way?
Out, that way.
Oh, that way? Okay, hold on. I'll just move it.
Okay.
Got it?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, that's plenty. Perfect. Okay.
Huh. I thought you screwed the nut up.
I thought we did. You hold it.
It's my fault, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, at least you know it was right. You realize you were wrong. Okay, that's good.
No, the other one's welded.
Yeah.
I remember when we had that done. There. We did replace the cylinder on it too. That was not fun.
All right, let's grease it.
I like this style of bale grabber. You had a bale spear before this, right? And you said you hated it.
What?
A bale spear.
Oh, I hate it.
You said you hated it.
You like driving it in the ground. It's fun. Guess I didn't have the operational skills for it. Okay, try that.
Try that hard to believe.
Oh, come out.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna go up. I can't push it with my phone, but it's right there. There you go. That one's good.
Okay.
You're good to go.
Need that rag. Johnson rag.
Have a tissue. No, have a tissue?
Have a tissue.
A Vanity Fair tissue.
Vegetable.
You want the ratchet or the wrench to take with you?
Wrench.
Wrench? Put it in the Kubota. Somebody doesn't get to rake in comfort today. He doesn't have his truck, so he's gonna use the Kubota. This morning, before milking, we put all new tines on here. Well, not all new, but whatever was missing, we put new ones on. You can see the new clips that we got. Brent had to order those from Agco to get them because the place we got this rake from didn't have them and hasn't had them for years. We just have been buying what they did have left. So he got those. And he also had to buy this collar over here, which drives, I guess it has a little like nub in there that like drives the gears, I guess. So he had to get one of those. all of it was like, I don't know, 100 and something bucks for everything. Wow.
Okay.
Alright, how long do you want me to give you?
An hour from now.
Give you an hour? Okay. Don't run over my grease gun. So I'm going to give him about an hour and then I'm going to head over and bale that. Put all my stuff back here. I know you guys are going to be absolutely shocked by this, but the shop is a mess again. While I'm over here, a lot of you guys have been asking about the Massey, if there's something wrong with it again. There's nothing wrong with it. Ever since we mowed with it, we couldn't get the AC going. I took everything apart on the dash where the AC is, and I guess it's working now. I mean, it was working the last time I used it. We just haven't had enough time to put this back on something. We already have the International hooked up to the mowing machine, and plus, this probably is now in a position where it can't mow our first crop because our first crop is extremely heavy this year, and this is right on the cusp of what you can mow with. This is 95 horse, 87 PTO. And if you're gonna go up a hill or you got really, really thick grass, it doesn't really do well. It can do it, but you're gonna be moving like slower than a snail speed by the time you get in a gear that you can actually mow in. If you have thick grass or you're, going up a steep grade or something like that, the 1066 is just a better tractor to have if you're gonna be doing stuff like that. However, I will say if it gets much wetter than it is right now, we're gonna have to use this because this has four-wheel drive and the 1066 obviously doesn't. Brent was gonna use this today, but it needs some oil from when we had the turbo that was bad. We had run it for a while with the bad turbo on it, and it was just throwing oil into the turbo and burning it off, and we never topped it off after that, so it needs some oil in it. And I think we have, I don't know if we have some. We may possibly have some in the pump house. I think it's in the pump house for some reason. So I'll go check and see if we do have it in there, but that's why he didn't use it today to rake with it, because we just need to top it off. We don't want to run it with not enough oil in it, obviously. I meant to say in the last video, and I never actually did, I asked Brent the field that we mowed, just the small section that we mowed, and we got 45 or 46 bales off of. Brent said he's not sure, but it's either 6 acres or a little under 6 acres. It's around there. So that's about 8 bales an acre, which is really, really good. A great field will do 10 round bales an acre, but our round bales are also as big as you can make a 4x4 round bale. That has like a density setting, so it has like 1 all the way up to 10. And ours is on 10 all the time, so it packs as much into there as it possibly can. So right before the baler will tell you that it has a maximum press reached. It's got all the hay in there it possibly can. It'll start beeping, it'll tell you to get the hay bale out because there's too much in there. It's like a very fine line right before that. A lot of people think they're 4x5s, but they're actually 4x4s. They're just very, very big 4x4s. So there's technically actually more in one of our 4x4s than a normal 4x4. But yeah, that's the word on the Massey. We just weren't using it because we've just been so busy. We've been racing to get everything done. And we still ended up getting some hay rained on, so. So while I'm waiting to head over and start baling what Brent is raking right now, I'm going to clean the barn because you can tell it's a mess. The girls did a number on it this morning. Look at the walkway. They just, this dark streak where they walked up through the middle, just took a crap everywhere. Gotta use the skid steer, scrape this alley down. We'll do that first, then we'll haul out the stalls. I'll bring in some sawdust for the cart so I can bed the stalls, but Brent's gonna be putting the sawdust on the floor because he's really good at shaking the bucket and just dusting the floor with the skid steer. I can do it, but it's kind of hard for me because my arms aren't very long. And it's just hard to do the arm controls. I'll let him do that part. all hoed out. Now we just have to bed it. You guys want to see my cool party trick? Watch. Boom. Fastest barn better in the east. Anywho, for those of you that are still watching, even though I'm crazy, that all took me like 20 minutes. Brent's gonna bed the floor when he gets back, after he wraps, because I'm gonna bale and he's gonna wrap right behind me. It shouldn't take too long. It'll probably take 45 minutes to an hour for him to be done. It won't take me more than 30 minutes to bale the whole thing. Between getting over there and back, it won't take me long at all. I know a lot of you guys don't mind, but it bothers me to show the same thing over and over again, so I won't show you any baling. I have a bowl to mark the spot that I was standing when I was doing the snapping. I will get back to you guys hopefully tomorrow. One thing I did want to show you, because I think I meant to show it in the last video, and I think I didn't add it because I couldn't find the video, so I don't know if my phone deleted it or something. But on Father's Day, one of you guys, I think it was Father's Day, one of you guys that watches stopped by to say hi to us. And we weren't here, unfortunately, but you left this for us, and it is the cutest thing I've ever seen. It says Sunnydale Milk, which I think is so funny, and it says the finest under the sun. And obviously it's not the same farm, but I thought that was really, really cool. I really like it, so thank you so much. We're keeping it over here right now so we can see it every day in our little medicine. It's actually a shower caddy, but it's a medicine caddy now. Guys, I will catch up with you guys hopefully tomorrow. So I just finished baling. Well, not just. I've been fixing fence for like, I don't know, hour probably. Because these buttheads can't manage to stay where they belong. They knocked down that fence line that we just built because they felt like it, I guess. Got most of it back up. But look, this is what they do. They come in here and they lay down in the shade and they drink from this, whatever that is, brook. And then I guess they just think, hey, I'm bored. Even though we have enough grass, let's just break the fence down and get it in the neighbor's little field. The worst part about this is right where it's broken, they're so muddy. I ordered boots because my other boots are not waterproof anymore. But I haven't gotten them yet, so I'm literally in my flip-flops. The bull spotted me and he was watching me, so I'm walking on the other side of the fence. Hey, Bobby. This is exactly why we left them room to get down here. They love to drink out of this. Even though they've literally got like 6 water tanks. I ran back and got my tester. Cross your fingers. Oh, thank goodness. Can you see it? It's lighting up to 5,000 volts. The bottom one, anyway. The top one is too. There. Maybe now they'll stay where they belong. I doubt it. Look what's out and about today. You probably can't tell from here, but it's the Massey. Brent's gonna rake with it today. So far we didn't start out very well. He took off and then he forgot that he needed fuel, so we had to go back and fuel it up. But the air conditioner, as far as I know, is working. So, cross your fingers. Well, so the air conditioner was working for a little while and then it stopped. So I don't know if, like you guys said, that it has something to do with it crossing over with the heat on the tractor once the tractor gets warm. So I don't know if we have to disconnect something or if it just needs to be charged. But Brent said he knows somebody who works on air conditioning on tractors. So we'll probably just give them a call because honestly, we have no idea what we're doing when it comes to air conditioning on a tractor. So might as well call somebody who does and get them to look at it. We could take the doors off in it like we do the Kubota, but those doors are much harder to get off. They're actually like welded to the frame of the tractor, and I don't know if they're bolted underneath some of the paneling inside there or how they're hooked, but it looks like it's much more difficult to get them off. So we'd rather get the air conditioner fixed anyway so we could mow with it when it's hot or do whatever we want to do with it when it's hot. Other than that, everything on it's working perfectly. I guess that's what we wanted it for, was to have an extra tractor. It just would be nice if that air conditioning would work. It's very early the next morning. I wanted to show you guys, I'm almost done baling. I started at 5 and I think it's like probably just almost 6 right now. Brent was raking another field with the Massey, but I think he probably already headed back to the barn. So I have these 2-acre strips that I'm doing, and I've gotten 6 bales an acre so far. There's 14 over there, and I have just started this one, but it seems to be just as heavy as that one over there, so pretty good. But I had to show you guys just how beautiful it is up here in the morning. You can't really see the sun because it's behind this patch of trees here, but fog hasn't really cleared yet, so it's still kind of low hanging. You can see the heifer barn from here in the fog. You can't really see the lake anymore. You used to be able to see it, but the trees have kind of grown up a little bit, but it's just beautiful up here. One of the reasons I love being back. So it is much later in the day. I just gave the calves some hay and they're enjoying that. Everybody's all good, by the way. I told you guys a couple videos ago that we had one that was bloated. She's fine. She's acting completely normal now, eating hay, getting along with everybody, and the most important thing is it hasn't happened again. Also, the cows, the heifers, I should say, haven't gotten out again either, so we're all good there. All together, everything that we finished today, Brent's out wrapping right now. He's got like 40 of them to do. He's probably about halfway done right now. I don't think I need to bring him any wrap. I think he took over everything that he needed. So it's going to take him probably about another hour to finish that. Just about noon time, I was coming out to see. It's supposed to be really, really hot the next couple of days. So Brent cleaned out the free stall just in case they want to come in here in the shade and lay down in a stall and enjoy themselves. He also cleaned out the water tank yesterday, which has been pretty clean so far, surprisingly. Usually we have problems with algae, but this year it's not that bad. The other thing that we did is we put 2 wrapped bales out on the pad for them just to make sure they don't have to go out and graze if they don't want to. Most of them decide they want to anyway. There's a whole bunch out here, and then there's a whole bunch on the other side of the barn. This right here, by the way, is the heifer that just calved. The one that had the calf that was all messed up in her and dead. She's doing really well. She lost some weight there for a while, but she's putting it back on. She's lapping that Crystalix block like she's no tomorrow. It'll take them a while to finish those 2 bales. It'll be here for the next couple days. You can see the algae is growing in this little puddle over here on the pad. That's gross. Right in the sun, baking all day long. I will say, it has been difficult to do haying around all this rain, but I'm not complaining because we had no rain last year and we didn't get any second crop, really. But the other thing that's really helped with this rain is keeping the pasture up. Usually, well, last year especially, the pasture was like gone by this time because it was just so hot and the sun was always beating down on it. It was like fried to a crisp by the 4th of July. This year, it's actually regrowing while the cows are still on it, and I just think that's so, so nice to have that for as long as it lasts. I hope it keeps this up for a while. I just wanted to come check to see if anybody was out here on the pad eating. A few of them are. I don't remember if I already said this or not, but everything that we did yesterday and today, technically mowing and baling, we got around 7 bales an acre off in it, so that's pretty good. So we're happy with that. The Massey is still working perfectly. Brent raked with it this morning again, and he is right in love with that tractor. I think once he gets the air conditioner fixed on it, I might not see that tractor again. I think he's going to use it for wrapping, which I don't blame him. He spends a lot of time wrapping. And mowing really isn't bad on the 1066 because A, I love it, and I don't know if I ever want to give that up. And B, we could use that Massey for anything. We could load bales with it once we get the attachment to go from the European to the regular style hitch. We don't have that yet, so We can't use it for any of our attachments because all of ours are quick attach hitches. We need to get ourselves one of those so that we can use the Massey on the bale grabbers or the bucket or whatever we want to use it for. Like I said, it's running great. It hasn't used any oil since we topped it off, so it was definitely just the fact that we changed the oil twice when we got it. Once because we changed it just when we got it, and then we realized it had a crack in the oil pan, so it like leaked out all the oil anyway, so then we had to change it again. And then we put the turbo on it. But we ran it for a long time before we put the turbo on it, so I think it was just running that oil, spitting it right out into the exhaust. And I think that's where all of it went missing, because it's not using any oil now, and Brent's used it for like, at this point, like 3 or 4 hours between today and yesterday, and it hasn't used a bit. So yeah, all in all, everything's going well. We finally have 400 bales, which is just about half of what we need to absolutely make it through the winter. We have to have 800 bales to make it through the winter, but that's counting every single bale that you use between the cows and the heifers. We would ideally like to have at least 1,000 or over 1,000. That would give us a comfortable amount of hay to get us through the winter and have some left over for the summertime. We had to buy feed last year. I don't even know if we had 800 bales last year. We might have had like almost 800 bales. And we had to buy some corn silage for the cows. We just barely made it. We still do have some left that we're feeding them, like out on the pad for last year. I'm not sure how many, maybe like 50. But that gives us a little bit of room, but we really would just like to have a lot of extra hay. Really quick before I say goodbye to you guys, one of you guys asked a really great question this morning, I think it was, that I was reading comments. And it was, how much money do we have in each wrapped bale? So I've never really sat down to exactly figure that out. But I did this morning, and what I ended up figuring out, I gotta grab my paper because I can't exactly remember what it was. 1 second. All right, so what I figured out for cost per bale was between, so we're gonna call the wrap is the plastic wrap that we put our bales in. That holds all the moisture in and keeps the air out so that it can ferment. You absolutely have to have that. A lot of you guys have asked why we do that. It's because it's a totally different kind of feed than regular dry hay. Regular dry hay and the wrap bales are completely different. Wrap bales have a lot higher moisture content, and they are fermented, basically. It's a silage feed. We call it balage, you could call it haylage, but usually haylage is chopped hay, which you would chop and you'd either put in a bag, like an ag bag, or you would put it in a silo or a bunk silo or whatever. So ours is just wrapped individually in bales. That's why we call it balage. The wrap, the outside of the bale that's plastic and white, that costs us $3.70 a bale. So each roll costs about $72 to $75, and Brent can wrap about 22 with one roll, so that works out to about $3.70 something a bale. So our net wrap, which is what the baler puts on, which we have to put on every single bale regardless of whether or not we're going to wrap it. If you're going to do dry hay, you still have to wrap it with the net wrap. So that's much cheaper. It's about $300 a roll. We used to be able to get it for $220, $240, but that was buying the off-brand stuff that ended up being crap and causing huge problems. Now we buy the actual Vermeer brand, and that works great, so that's $300 a roll. And you can do about 240 bales with a roll, so that works out to be like $1.25 per bale. Keep in mind that I did all this math on a sheet of paper, so it could be wrong. Add those together and total everything, it ends up being $4.95 per bale, so just shy of $5 a bale. This is not counting your diesel fuel or anything else that goes into it, just strictly your net wrap and your bale wrap. That was a great question. The milk truck is here now. I'm gonna turn on the beaters. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and comment down below. If you're new here, I hope you'll consider subscribing and joining us for more. Keep it real, keep farming. We'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.